Monster Hunter Wilds has to be probably one of the best Monster Hunters in the series that's been released, because me personally, I've played through plenty of Monster Hunter games, and today we're just going to go over and review the beta playtest and my thoughts on it. I did go through and I played the playtest on the PlayStation with early access. And for those of you who are on Linux, such as me, I am on CashOS, Arch Linux. That's what it's based off of. I'm going to show you how to fix the launch issue. I did find this fix through a Steam community post, actually. So link will be in the description for that. Much appreciated to everybody there who found this fix. I'm just spreading the knowledge. So if you look at the screenshot, you will see pretty much the error that I'm getting. So stay tuned throughout the video. I'll also add a marker if you just want to skip straight to the fix. This works on all distros. This is just a Proton layer issue. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, strap in, and let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the character creator, because Monster Hunter has not been known for its character creator, but this time around, it's a pretty in-depth character creator for Monster Hunter, and you could probably spend endless amount of hours making a character in this game because you have so many options. And the fact of it is this is a really good character creator. It's something that they obviously put a hefty amount of thought into and really wanted to give us a much more in-depth choice over the person that we want to be in this series of this game. And not only that, but they give us a lot to do with our character, but they also give us an option for our Palico, and it's maybe not as in-depth as our character, and it's pretty much the same as it was throughout most of the series. One thing I feel like they could have went into a little bit more, because yeah, our character creator is awesome, but I feel like they could have done a little bit more with the Palico. And I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I do not like the whole allowing the Palico to talk. That part was a little bit off-putting, so thankfully they gave us the option to have that turned off. Now the next bit is we get into the tutorial, and the tutorial gets us a little bit of the backstory of the characters and all that fun stuff. Monster Hunter has never really been one of those games, or series rather, that was more so about the story. It's more of a lighthearted thing, generally speaking, but the tutorial is more so to get us a grasp of the new mechanics and the mechanics of the game, and that's pretty much the standard stuff. Of course, it does have some cool cutscenes. Next, let's talk about the direction and the gameplay's fluidity in Monster Hunter Wilds. First and foremost, the gameplay feels so much more fluid. The combat's more responsive, it's more smooth with the transitions between actions like dodging, attacking, and using items. This kind of thing allows for a more instinctual flow during battles, where players can adapt on the fly to a monster's movements. This also just adds something else. The way this game feels is insane to me. From going into camp to going straight to the hunt, going to different settlements, everything is so seamless. It's probably the most open world we've ever had in a Monster Hunter game, or in a lot of the games that I've played recently. It really changes a lot of things in the game, because quest tracking, completion, and acceptance, all of that is so much more seamless than it's ever been. They only give you 4 monsters that you can hunt during this playtest. However, even with that, each hunt felt fresh to me in this time that I got to play it. Overall, the direction Monster Hunter Wilds is taking showcases a commitment to refining the core experience while introducing some things that are fresh into the game, and also bring some things back from Rise and World that make this feel different, but not just like a sequel, but also re-imaging what a Monster Hunter game could be. If you're a fan of the series or new to the franchise, you'll find a lot to like in this playtest, and I know when the game comes out, I'm gonna spend several hours on it. The next thing I want to talk about is this game's map. This game's map has something that is so insane. Like, this blew me away. It is so insanely dynamic. And not only that, but you can start a hunt by simply hovering over the monster you want to hunt, clicking on it, and that just starts the quest. And I'm not one of those guys who are like, oh man, this thing's insane. But this was just really impressive to me because this just adds to the immersion of this game. And I just love it. They're doing something with this game that is putting everything together all at once. And it brings it into this one beautiful, immersive, probably one of the most immersive Monster Hunter games we've had in years. Now, in World, everything was bigger than everything. The trees were large. Everything was insanely large. But in Wilds, everything is regularly sized, and the environment and the monsters around you and the species around you, they're all just doing their thing, and you're kind of just plopped in here. And there's something about that in this game that just makes you feel like you're just a part of this ecosystem. So another awesome feature that I don't see anyone talking about, you can run on top of the monster after it's been killed. Nice. Now let's move over to Xnyte's thoughts.
Hi, my name is Xnyte. I'm one of Echilon's Monster Hunter buddies, and I'm really grateful I get to be a part of this review with you guys. I want to start off by saying that the map is one of the greatest things that Capcom has ever innovated in a Monster Hunter game. Being able to see the whole layout and not be lost for once is an amazing feature. Thank you, Capcom. The weapons in this game have a different combos, like their buttons are not the same as World or any of the previous games. You have a focus mode that allows you to see the weaknesses and critical hits of the monsters that will do double the damage, and you have a lot more combos with each weapons. I was really scared to see if the weapons would feel kind of weird or like stiff, just because of seeing the trailers. This looked kind of off to me, but being able to actually play the game, it feels amazing, and I'm addicted. I think it's way better than any other Monster Hunter game so far. And I'm, simply put, amazed. I'm astonished. Weapons feel good. Combat feels amazing. Your sacred is also amazing. Being able to grab things on your sacred, being able to fly, glide, whatever you want to call it, run around the map, being able to go to your quest automatically with your sacred is so convenient. You can even take out a secondary weapon from your main weapon. So say like you wanted a bow gun or a hammer, you just switch out. Bam, right there on your sacred. It's so good. This thing just screams convenience. Another thing I want to talk about with the weapon and combats is that when you hit a monster, their physical part that you hit moves. Like, the little things in this game, man. It is so great. I really did enjoy my time playing this beta, and I think I'm gonna get it on my PS5. On the PC version, there was this compiling shaders in the beginning, which I don't know and I can't confirm if that's like every load up time, but I never saw that on my PS5 version. And yes, I know the PS5 is significantly weaker than my PC, but I didn't have to deal with the compiling shaders. I had to wait quite a while, I think almost 5 to 7 minutes, just to get into the beta, just not even into the main menu. And with the PS5, I just loaded right in. So I really do think the PS5 is the superior version, unfortunately. And that's, I mean, there's like exclusive PS5 thing, so it's kind of a no-brainer. But other than that, everything about this game just screams quality, and that's what I was hoping for, and I'm very, very, very happy with the results from just the beta. Blown away. Thank you, Echilon, for having me. Enjoy the rest of the review.
Alright, so I'm going to go over this rather quickly. This is the end of the reviews, so for those of you who are not trying to troubleshoot on Linux, appreciate you for staying so long, but now we're jumping into the Linux fix. So, the main point is this right here. It's a downstream in the bleeding edge. Apparently it's these two core files, these two .dll files that were causing compiling issues with the shaders. So all you'll do is go over to Steam under search Proton and then right click this, go to properties, go to betas, select the bleeding edge. And then after that's downloaded, you'll go to Monster Hunter beta, go to properties, go to compatibility, and put on Proton Experimental, and that will solve your problem. And just to show you, we'll try this with Proton 9-10. So originally, when you launch it, it'll pop up, load in, show that crash really fast, right? So then we move over to Proton Experimental, launch, it'll pop up and then go into full screen. And I've already compiled the shaders. And obviously the server is not quite up yet. So you will have to go through and wait for it to actually, do its thing. But as I said earlier, the compiling shaders, that is a one-time thing. It takes about 10 minutes to do, and the servers are not up currently. If there are any issues getting into the server, I'll make a comment on this video tonight. And if I get in, I will also comment and say that I got in. So with that is everything. So leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.